Hello and welcome back, everyone, to La-Mulana 2 on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, we're continuing on our exploration of the Gate of the Dead so that we can, attempt to make some more progress. We have a mini-boss that we gotta go kill. No.
Not a miniature boss, a mini-boss.
Yes. So, this mini-boss that I am attempting to set up for is a fight that I am not good at all. However, it does actually have a safe zone strategy that I would like to be able to show off. I just don't remember if I'm actually all that successful in showing it off.
Well, I would imagine that successfully showing off a safe zone strategy would depend on you using the safe zone and then winning the boss fight. Let's find out what happens.
Alright. Here we go. The unicorn. Ow!
Ooh.
Ow!
It neighs.
It
plays.
It charges. It doesn't have any projectile attacks. So, yeah, what I'm trying to do here specifically is knock it bait it down into the lower areas, jump over its charge attack, and then hit it with our earth spears.
Oh, he's a jumping jack. Alright, so jump too early, and he charges, jump too late, and he'll hit you also. Nice. What excellent timing.
And yeah, touch damage.
It's a bitch.
I would argue that Unicorn is honestly one of the more difficult mini bosses that we've encountered up to this point. So much so that the only real mini boss that I think is about as difficult as Unicorn is actually Ixtab, and even Ixtab is actually easier thanks to the fact that you can usually have either the chain whip or some form of upward damage in order to mitigate the nooses that she drops. Unicorn, on the other hand, you pretty much can't melee him because of touch damage, and aside from the touch damage problem that you've got to deal with, you also need to kind of specifically figure out when it is a good time to actually throw earth spears at them. I'm pretty sure that you cannot melee Unicorn and actually win without having effectively max HP. But
I don't know. I think you're making this fight look harder than it actually is. Because it strikes me, this guy's not that bad. He's a little on the unpredictable side, but he's not that bad. Okay, so this is probably what you were looking for, because his AI doesn't know where to go, because he jumps to a position depending on where Lemeza is standing.
Yep.
So, yep, we got the cheese strategy. Come on, everybody loves cheese.
Everybody loves safe zoning mini bosses. There we go.
Stupid mini boss dies a stupid death.
Alright. So, now that we have successfully slain Unicorn, we have to flip the world upside down again. Because our last Pepper Stole, as Cloud has named them, is in the Unicorn room. So, yeah.
Right, and we can't put the pepper on the Pepper Stole until we flip the room over, of course.
Yep.
Because the Pepper Stole appears on the ground. We cannot interact with it when it's on the ceiling.
Thank you, Asp.
Boom.
So we are we are almost entirely done with Gate of the Dead because we've gotten the one major monster treasure, the Vajra, which I've not actually explained because we've not actually started to use it yet. And we're about to specifically take out the last of. There we go. Of the pepper pedestals in order to open up the way out of Gate of the Dead.
Oof, man. The good thing where the map is getting a little smaller, let's say, which is great for a map that is effectively twice as large as it appears because of the whole upside down, right side up gimmick.
Okay, so how do we actually get out from here using this room? Well, we have to flip the world upside down once more so that we can actually traverse over to the far right side. Thankfully, there's a flip room right here.
When in doubt, flip it over. Okay, now we flipped it, and we go to the room, and there's the door, I think. No. All that door does is just turn the room upside down.
No, but that is the door that we need to get to. Damn it, Red Caps!
Little bastards.
The fairy that bestows prosperity. We will be unlocking her this part, actually.
Nice. Prosperity in the form of health?
No, not prosperity in the form of health specifically. It is prosperity in the form of good fortune. And by that, it means drop steroids. I want to wait until she's actually, on screen and unlocked in order for us to actually explain what she does.
I mean, I'd say you've already said enough. It's a fairy that
I want to
improves.
I want to go into the actual mechanics of it. And there we go. Flip
As
the
in
world
just
upside down once more, and then use our more athletic jump in order to go into the Dark Star-Lord's Mausoleum.
X. Or cross.
So these Scarabus beetles. If you are either underneath or behind the rolling balls of shit, because they are dung beetles that they throw out at you, they will instant kill you.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
they count as a crushing hazard, as an environmental crushing hazard.
No, Lemeza's not gonna take that shit.
Indeed. This is actually an extremely important room that we will solve later, but for now, we have other things. We have other things to explore. Specifically, well, this is certainly ominous.
There's nobody here.
At the moment,
I see it.
No, there will be someone in there a bit later. Yes, the Dark Star-Lord can harness storms. And that is your hint that you are specifically, although you have access to this area before you get Mjolnir, you are supposed to have Mjolnir whilst you're traveling through here.
Map acquired. Crap acquired.
The map in this area is actually relatively important, just not as important as it's supposed to be.
Don't stand downhill of the dung beetle.
Indeed.
Because there's a lot of activity that happens simultaneously during this game. Because these enemies usually are on their own little patrol route cycles, occupying their own spaces around, but they may distract you from each other.
Hey, Set. So the Amarna are the other half of the Egyptian pantheon. Specifically, the more bestial side of the Egyptian pantheon. Stuff like Ra, Set, Bast, and Sobek. Hey, Amon-Ra.
I can finally scratch that itch underneath my beak.
That is not what is happening there, but it's a good pose for that. What is actually happening is, well, by opening up the pathway from the Gate of the Dead to the Dark Star-Lord's Mausoleum, Ra now has a free reign to travel between the two areas. We need to hunt him down in order to specifically allow him to fully chimerify himself into the super weapon that he is attempting to become.
Once a god, now a Class 4 explosive device.
Actually, he's not really an explosive device. He's more or less a grand summoning wheel. But we will get to that later.
Oh, summoner boss.
It's not as difficult as it sounds, I promise.
It just a touch cliche, though, and I get it. It makes sense for a game that has a bestiary as wide as this to have at least one summoner boss to make use of all these wonderful and goofy assets that we've been running into this whole time.
Yeah, except that we won't be running into most of the stuff. I will actually wait until we're actually fighting. Oh, hey Shawn. Hey Lemeza. Bye, Shawn and Lemeza.
And Past Gerdat is incredulous that we can't interact with those two characters. They're just kind of moseying around like they live here.
Yeah. Okay. It's not here. There it is.
Nice. Huh. It's... Whoa! Okay. Okay, game. Okay. That fucking, like, hidden wall stuff almost distracted us long enough from the dung beetle for it to kill us.
Yeah.
Which means at some point...
And what we got for it was the encyclopedia entry for Sekhmet. The reason why we needed to do that is because we were not able to get Sekhmet before he got absorbed by Ra. Whee!
Now run!
That one was actually relatively well telegraphed because there are skeletons there. So here is the first. Well, this is actually the second of the 3 Fairy Guild staff members that we have to talk to. Hey, Lunara, this is the Treasure Fairy. Yes,
What's
her
up?
power, as she explains here, is the manipulation of probability. What this actually means is that, well, if an item can drop stuff. If an item or enemy can drop stuff, Aluminum will guarantee that not only it drops, but it will drop 3 times that amount. Be safe, everybody.